So I've always knew about this game, Lollipop Chainsaw, when it came out, but the thing is I never really was too familiar with the game, or the fact that the game itself, I never even played it, but I've always remember seeing the cover magazine of the game, so I pretty much knew they existed. The only thing is I never really played it. No, this never came out on PCs for those that are wondering until this remaster came out. Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. Now let me tell you something about this, right? It was originally supposed to be a remake of the game, but I guess due to fan demand, they wanted a remaster instead. This game actually has two different modes, but it's essentially the campaign mode, but with very little differences. The original mode retains everything that people love, while the Repop does a little bit differently. If you guys think about this, it's more of a censored mode. So if you want the original mode, you got this censored mode. But a lot of people were complaining about the game being all entirely censored, which isn't even really true. But the only people who are complaining about is everyone just playing it in Repop mode and not in the original mode. And by the way, for those who are wondering, the original mode is set by default, so I don't know why they're complaining about Repop mode when they could just be played in the original to begin with. So it just boggles my mind. And no, there's no the skirts achievement if asking, but still, that's the only thing that took away from what I understand. But, and yes, I tested it out if asking. Everything's the same. I've done some comparisons, everything's the same. But people on Twitter try to make the game look bad. And so I'm just going to say this right now, that I played the game all the way through, and that's what I'll be telling you. This game is something similar to like Devil May Cry and whatever. You go around, you kill zombies with your chainsaw, your pom-poms, and whatever. But you also have a combo list that you guys do. If you guys push in like different button combinations, you do different moves. But you also can buy some, which are in the shop where you're going to need some coins. How you get the coins? We either find them or by killing zombies. The combo stuff, like killing 3 at the same time, you get even more, so this is good. Now, there's at least like 7 stages, at least around there. Yeah, I know it may seem to be short, but trust me, these stages are long. And that's exactly what it is. There's like a whole bunch of different things I'm not gonna like spoil, but I will say one thing, that this game has made some social media references like MySpace, YouTube, and well, I think Facebook and Twitter as well, which is pretty cool. And this was the good old days of social media before angry random people online ruined it. But I will just also say too is that this game not only has like this combo list you can buy in the shop, but you also can buy health, your power, your recovery time. You can also get some music and concept art and whatever too. So you got enough going for you. Also, you can get some costumes and chainsaws. But you got not just your gold coins, but also those medals. Depending as to how much money you got. You use 500 gold money to do those platinum medals. But they only give you one, so it's like, don't you think it's a bit of a rip-off to do it? But don't worry, getting these things is pretty easy. Now, for those who are wondering, this game was actually made by Grasshopper, which pretty much brought you guys to games like No More Heroes and Killer is Dead and whatever. I hope you guys don't know those guys, because they just seem to know how to make games that are just both funny and fun at the same time. It doesn't have to be like perfect, but even if there's a little jank to it, at least you know you're having fun with it. But unfortunately with this game, I did encounter a few glitches, but that was only in bosses. But that's pretty much what I'll just say about that one. If you guys happen to stumble upon a glitch, you can restart it. Don't worry. It's not going to restart the whole stage. It's going to restart to your previous checkpoint, and you'll all be said and done. At first, it may be a little bit hard for this game when it comes to understanding how to like fight the zombies, but once you keep playing it, you become like a master of it, essentially. There's also these little collectibles you guys can find, which are more of the gold lollipops. You go around there, you collect them, and yeah, they're always like that in each stage, and sometimes they're pretty well hidden. See if you can find them all. Now you do get like a couple different weapons. You got the chainsaw, but later on you'll get like this little blaster weapon, and you also have this dash thing where you can just like, it's almost as if you're driving a dirt bike or something, but really you use your chainsaw as some sort of like driving device. I don't even know how even to say it, but once you play, you know what I mean. And don't worry, I'm not gonna be ignorant gaming network who's gonna give this game a 5 out of 10. But the one thing I'll just say about this game is that there's a charm to it, and this game does get a cult following, but I think in recent years it was quite expensive at this point. But overall, I think you guys might have fun playing this game if you're gonna get around to playing it around. There's zombies that talk. Yeah, zombies talk. I'm not making this up. And there's gonna be rescue stuff to do. You gotta like rescue some classmates or whatever, because they're gonna get killed by zombies. You don't hurry up and rescue them. See if you can rescue them all without messing up. Apparently it was a rare achievement in my Xbox. Yeah, that was how I played it. But I don't know how anyone messed that one up, but whatever. Yeah, the game sold decently well back then. It was like over 1 million copies, but ever since then it's like, I don't know. I never really remember people talk about this game. The only thing I have known about that game, like I already talked about, was the magazines. But the only thing I remember about this game was being announced in terms of the remaster. But that was it. They were going to come out in a certain release date, then they pretty much delayed it, and then they came out. But it seems like nobody was talking about this game, so you know what? Thought I would just talk about it. I don't want to like spoil it too much, because that would just spoil the fun out of it. But that's all I can say. There's a bunch of costumes you guys can wear. Oh, and you can change the hairstyles too if you really want to. Just like any other game you guys could play. But would you guys excuse me? I got some chainsaws doing right now. You know, it's funny. It's like this game has a chainsaw as a weapon in the game. I always remember Resident Evil 4 having a chainsaw controller back then. It would have been hilarious to have some sort of thing like that